I want to bring in the Australian's chief international correspondent now, Cameron Stewart, for his thoughts on all of this. Cam, good to see you. So, first of all, what do you make of the news this morning?
Well, it's inevitable that this was going to happen, Pete. It's just a case of when it was going to happen. I mean, Joe Biden's days were definitely numbered when Barack Obama, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer effectively organised media leaks, coordinated media leaks, to say that they didn't think he should continue in the job. From that point on, no matter what Joe said, he was toast. And so the issue was going to be when this happened. The Democrats, of course, are really running out of time. I mean, their party convention is the middle of next month. Of course, the election's only 3 and a bit months off. And so they had to make a decision quickly to try and pressure Joe out. Once they did that, I think that Joe really had no choice. And the last 48 hours apparently are when he made his decision as he's sitting in his Rehoboth Beach home with COVID. So it's no surprise really this has happened, but it's just such a momentous moment because it's utterly upended this campaign.
Yeah, sure has. And we've got a shot of that house in Delaware at the moment too. Not much going on there at the moment. It's all happening inside. But anyway, Cam, I mean, what I found interesting too from Barack Obama's statement this morning, and bearing in mind it's the first public statement that we've seen from Barack Obama in a while. Obviously, he talked highly of Joe Biden's decision, but what was interesting there is that there was no endorsement of Kamala Harris. What do you make of that? Is that a suggestion to you that Mr. Obama wants an open convention?
Yes, I think absolutely it is. I mean, he would have endorsed her if he wanted her to be anointed, if you like. Definitely. I mean, Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi have made it clear to colleagues that they want to see an open contest here. They don't want Kamala Harris just to be put into the position. They think it's not a good look for that to happen, firstly. And secondly, of course, there could be another candidate who might be more effective against Donald Trump than Kamala Harris. But you've really got the Democratic Party split on this, Pete. A lot of people, Bill Clinton, for example, has come out in the last hour or so and has endorsed Kamala Harris. There's a lot of people who want the party just to coalesce around Harris. They think that's less divisive. They think it's the only way to go forward without more divisions within the party. But then, of course, you have the Barack Obamas and Nancy Pelosi's who want an open contest. And so that's really the big debate that we're going to see play out here in the next few days in Washington.
Isn't the trouble too, and I know you've spoken about this too, when it comes to Kamala Harris, I mean, she's got that huge block of voters, the black vote there, and, you know, you'd have to think that they'd be very upset if Kamala Harris wasn't at the top of the ticket, right, Cam?
That's right. And I think the other problem is going to be, if they have an open contest, Pete, is that it won't actually be much of a contest because Gretchen Whitmer, the Michigan governor, who would have been one of the frontrunners, has already said she won't challenge Harris. Gavin Newsom, the Californian government, who would be another frontrunner, has said previously that he won't challenge Harris. So you might have, if you like, an open contest where there's not much of a contest, because the danger for these candidates to come and now challenge Harris is that she's got a lot of powerful backing with Biden's support, Clinton's support, a lot of donors. And if it all went belly up and there were divisions because of that challenge, they would bear the blame. So it's a very risky path for someone to actually challenge Kamala Harris at this minute, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and the cynics would probably argue too that, you know, they might not want to join the ticket because they might want to keep their powder dry for 4 more years, thinking, well, we don't have a chance. The momentum around Donald Trump is just too strong. There's too much negativity around Kamala Harris. There's the border failures. There's the stories about very high staff turnover, pointing to, you know, possibly fractured scenes behind the scenes as well. So perhaps they think, well, you know what, let's just leave it for 4 years.
Well, that's right, because, I mean, there's just 3 months to go. It's enormous effort. Whoever is the Democratic candidate just has 3 months to defeat Donald Trump. He is well organised. He's obviously on a high after his convention and the assassination attempt. You know, it's a massive challenge for any Democrat challenger to actually win at this minute. And some of the candidates, the other candidates may look, we'll let Kamala go for it and perhaps take the fall, and then we can be clean skins and in 4 years' time when there isn't a Trump running against them.
Yeah, that's true. Do you have a hunch on who she if it is her, who she might go with as a VP?
No, it's an enormous range of choices she has. It's interesting. I wonder whether she's even considered it greatly at this point in time. But I think that we are probably likely, even if there's an open contest, Pete, to see Kamala as the candidate. I think it would be very unlikely that someone would actually topple her and beat her. I think that's what we're looking at. While we're going to be talking about this for days ahead, I think the ultimate outcome may well be that she is the candidate.
Yeah, I mean, when's the last time there was an open there was an open process at a convention, and we were going back to the 60s, aren't we, Cam?
Yeah, we're looking at 68, I think.
Yeah.
And there's never been a situation where a presidential candidate has bowed out this late in the piece. I mean, this is completely and utterly new territory. And the thing for Donald Trump, this is a challenge for Trump too, because he was very confident of beating Joe Biden. He's also probably reasonably confident of perhaps beating if it's Kamala Harris, but he just doesn't know that. He was much more confident, I think, of beating Biden than Harris, and that's the real unknown. I mean, this is the generational change for the Democrats. They've rolled the dice. It's a big gamble, but from their point of view, it's not such a big gamble because they were going to lose anyway with Biden.
I know you got your own deadlines, Cam, but I just want to close on this thought. I mean, already you've seen the attack ads now, vicious ones that have started from the Republican Party already going after Kamala Harris, but you've also had it from Speaker Johnson this morning, and JD Vance already referred to this at the convention last week, that they don't think it's acceptable that Joe Biden sticks around until November. They want him gone now. What are the chances of that?
I think there's zero chance of that, unless he had an accident or something like that. I think Joe Biden, he would see this as such an indignity to have to pull out of this candidacy at this point in time. I think he would say, I'll do that one for the party. I won't do the other one. I'm going to stay as president. No, I think he's definitely going to stay. And what the Republicans will do is they will try and align their attacks on Kamala Harris completely with Joe Biden and say, she is a mini-me of Joe Biden. So if you elect her, you'll get another Joe Biden. That'll be their argument.
OK. Cameron Stewart from The Australian, Chief International Correspondent, and all of Cameron Stewart's great work is there online, folks.